Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I am excited to be here. Okay, so I have a few topics today, but let me post the question. Welcome, welcome, those of you who have joined. Thank you, thank you. And let's see, I have a question that I am going to post so that we can get started on today's agenda. Okay, here is the question. What are the 3 lessons that COVID has taught you? So please put your answers in the questions. You can come join me. I'm going to put the StreamYard link once again so that anybody who wants to come discuss the lessons that you have learned and what you're doing about it. Okay. So let's see. Okay, hello. Hello, Dipali ji. It's just me today. I think Varun is in the background. Ramban Simi, hello. And I have Amrita Lamba, thank you. Okay, welcome, welcome. Okay, so what are the 3 lessons that COVID has taught you? That is the topic of the day. I'm going to put down my answers. So I will tell you what has happened with me that is giving me momentum in all this chaos. So let me put down my answers. I made a note here. So the topic of the day is the Great Reset. That is the topic of the day. These are my lessons that I have learned thanks to COVID. Okay. So my lessons are adopt spontaneity, because I used to make so many plans, so many things, right? Like get organized and like get creative about all these different kinds of things that I would do and everything, but all plans go haywire once something like COVID strikes. So that's one of the first lessons that I've learned, adopting spontaneity. The second thing is never be afraid to reimagine myself. So we can keep talking extensively about identity and what forms identity and how my midlife crisis occurs and how we are socially programmed to follow a few things and understand how our identity shapes biologically, culturally. There's so many things, right? But COVID has taught me to never stop reimagining myself. Okay. The third thing is give unconditional positive regard to anybody, because we don't know what the other person is going through, right? So it has opened my eyes to a lot of things that are happening around. Otherwise I would have been just to take for example Sushant's case, right? If we were not in that critical juncture of just not super busy with our lives, running this rat race and everything, we would have not picked up on the injustices that are happening around the world, and especially with a person like Sushant, right? Uh, so just trying to understand the other person's perspective. So it has opened up my eyes. And the one of the lessons that I have learned is give unconditional positive regard to just the other person. Give him a chance, him or her a chance. They're going through their own journeys and their battles. So these are the 3 lessons that I have learned. Please put your comments down here, and let me put the StreamYard link so that you guys can. Okay, I can see some comments here. Jai Shri Ram. Less is more, gratefulness. Oh, okay. Less is more, gratefulness, bow before nature. Fantastic. Yes, yes. Amrita ji, amazing. Yes, indeed. Because this reminds me, bow before nature, right? So there is this COVID. We don't know how it looks like. Nobody has ever seen it with our naked eye. Yet we are absolutely petrified and terrified of it. So that is the beauty, right? So we just have to bow in front of all these miracles that happen in the universe. Amazing. Less is more, and gratefulness. Yes, absolutely. Gratitude. Without gratitude, we just can't even breathe and we cannot even survive. That's amazing, because we remove everything that we have and we see that, oh, so I don't have my good health, I don't have my children, I don't have a roof over my head, I remove all these things, then you're like, oh, my life is already rich, what am I complaining about, right? So less is more. Amazing. Yes, thank you for that. And some of the answers is slow down in life. Slow down. Absolutely, Sneha ji. Good morning, Vinita ji. Okay. I learned to be more patient. Dipali ji says, I learned to be more patient, stay positive, work on yourself rather than thinking too much. Absolutely. See, the beauty is we keep thinking that, Arey, mera hairstyle aisa hai, I have to adjust it. Nobody cares because everybody else is too busy taking care of themselves, like thinking about how they look, right, in the mirror. So there is no point about overthinking about what other people think of us. So that's awesome. Work on yourself. I would absolutely recommend this for anybody. Hashtag better than yesterday. So this is awesome. Oh my God. Okay. There is somebody here that I absolutely adore. Chunnu Kumarji. Oh my God. Okay. So Chunnu Kumarji, please, I need you on the stream. I would just love to talk to you. You are for us representing that part of the society which we know we can sit here. यहाँ पे बैठ के हम लोग कुछ भी बातें कर सकते हैं. You know, air conditioner है, यहाँ पे ये है, वो है, सब कुछ है. But you know, you are the one वो perspective है ना life में कि we are so grateful for whatever we have. हमारे पास जो है वही काफी है. That's amazing. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Smriti ji. Okay, and Adam like do. Okay, lick do, like do. Okay, so big lesson in cooking, 3 different meals. Okay. Okay, we are going to do an exclusive session on how we can. Okay, so this one, right? So I have been struggling with that as well, but now I have some systems in place. Okay, so we are going to talk about that exclusive. It's only going to be a women's only session. Okay, no men allowed, or maybe they can even sneak in and just listen to whatever we have to say. Okay, so but we will talk about how to have some systems in place so that whether you're a housewife or a CEO or anyone in the middle who's struggling to just keep up with expectations that you have thrown upon yourself and for others, we will talk about how to manage that by putting systems in place so that they're replicated every day without having to think too much about it, so that you can focus on higher order stuff, that whatever you want to do with your own life rather than doing something which can be ordinary. Okay, so see, nurturing and cooking meals for your family is great. Absolutely nothing wrong with it, but the, we have to make a check whether is that part of the, see, operational things just to manage life is one thing, and personal growth where you can charge ahead and do something with your strengths, with your skills, with your inherent talents is another thing. So let's talk about how to just take care of the operational things quickly, so on a daily basis, so that we can get to awesome things. Okay, fantastic. Hello, Chunnu Kumar ji. See everybody. I think Rekha ji, if I'm not mistaken, I'm a huge fan of Rekha ji. I think you were the one who danced in Sridevi's tribute thing. Okay, Sumi, our Twitter warrior for Sushant. Hello. Okay. Okay, I'm cooking and I'm male boosting ji. Okay, fantastic, sir. Please, we need more help. Obviously, around the world, I keep my sons keep telling me all the chefs in the world, all the awesome chefs are all men, and I'm like, okay, their moms gave them the recipes, right? So, Swati ji, okay, okay, Rekha ji, you are the one. Okay, fantastic. So, okay, so let me go back here. If anybody wants to, Chunu Kumar ji, please, if you want to join, I would love to. मैं हिंदी में बात कर सकती हूँ, but डराना नहीं चाहती हूँ मैं सबको. ठीक है? So please, आप सुन रहे हो तो you're welcome to join कर सकते हो. Okay, so that is the StreamYard link. Let me copy and paste this so that anybody who can. I'm going to put this in the. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the thing so that you can see it. And Okay, thank you guys. So here is Siddhi Adi ji. Thank you. I appreciate your eyeballs here. You could be doing so many other things, but you chose to be here. I appreciate that. So let me see. Okay, so again, we are going back to what is the thought exercise for the day. What are the 3 lessons that COVID has taught you? So I just wrote down my 3 lessons. Spontaneity. You know, sometimes plans can go haywire. Absolutely. So let me live with that. The second thing is reimagining myself. Never to be afraid of reimagining myself. The third thing is unconditional positive regard for anybody, because everybody is going through their own journey, and we don't sometimes have the full truth behind what everybody is going through. Okay, so okay. I am super excited. क्या बात है? चुन्नू कुमार जी,
नमस्ते।
नमस्ते. How are you? कैसे हो?
ठीक है मैम, आप अपना सुनाइए, कैसे आप?
ठीक है. आप जो भी गुजर रहे हैं, आप बोल रहे हैं कि आप ठीक है, वही हमारे लिए एक बड़ा लेसन है. थैंक यू.
हाँ जी मैम, थैंक यू मैम। आपने लिंक दिया, आपने समझ गया कि ये लिंक दिया, लाइक दिया है मैम। आपने जो बोला था मैं सुन रहा था।
ओके. शुक्रिया. सो आपका 3 लेसन्स क्या है? कोविड के वजह से आपने क्या सीखा? तीन जो आपने सीखा, क्या है वो कोविड के वजह से?
मैम हमने कोविड की वजह से यही सीखा कि कोविड से बच के रहना चाहिए, और बाहर निकलते समय मुंह में मास्क लगाना चाहिए, हाथ सफाई से धोना चाहिए मैम। और
Okay.
मैम सबसे पहली बातें बताना चाहूंगा सुशांत सिंह राजपूत, इनके लिए मैं जुड़ा था मैम। उनसे मेरे को ज्यादा क्या बोले, उनसे बॉलीवुड से दुनिया पे नंबर 1 रैंकिंग ला रहा है मैम। तो मैं उन रैंकिंग के बदौलत से मैं कुछ बातें करना चाहूंगा।
हाँ, बताइए ना, प्लीज. आपका ही है प्लेटफॉर्म, और क्या?
हाँ मैम, तो यही आम आदमी का प्रेफर मैम। वो कोविड-9 जैसे आपने पूछा था, मैं कोविड-9 पे आता हूँ मैम। कोविड-9 पे सुशांत सिंह राजपूत सर काम कर रहे थे, तो उनसे ऐसा वो क्या करना चाह रहे थे, तो उनसे कि छीन लिया गया मैम। और बातें बताना चाहूंगा कि मैम उनसे छीना गया है कि कोविड-19 के ऊपर वो काम करना चाह रहे थे। मुझे तो मैं सबसे पहला बात तो कहना चाहूंगा कि मैम सबसे पहली काम वो यही कर रहे थे। जो मैम मुंबई सरकार जो है, उनका बेटा आदित्य ठाकरे, मैम मैं नाम खोल के कह रहा हूँ, और उनके लड़के को ऐसा क्या प्रॉब्लम हुआ उनसे, जो ऐसा क्यों उनके साथ नहीं काम करना चाहते थे, क्यों उनसे क्या मतलब है, या टच में नहीं थे? मुझे तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि उनके टच में नहीं, किसी के भी टच में नहीं थे। वो अपना काम से बस मकसद रखना चाहते थे।
हाँ, वही है. उनका काम जो है वही फोकस था उनका, बस वही करना चाहते थे वो. अभी अपना जस्टिस का मूवमेंट तो रखना ही पड़ेगा. तो आप लोगों की वजह से जो भी कर रहे हो आप, थैंक यू, शुक्रिया. एंड सो मास्क पहन के जाओ, एंड कोविड से बच के रहना, और क्या.
हाँ मैम, और क्या, जस्टिस मिलना चाहिए।
बॉलीवुड को बॉयकॉट करो, और क्या.
तो अब मैं एक कमेंट का जवाब मैं देना चाहूंगा, जैसे मेरे दिमाग में आया था।
हाँ.
तो किसी हीरोइन का है मैम, हीरोइन का है लेकिन।
हाँ. क्या है?
हाँ, तो वो सर मैम तापसी पन्नू का था। तो वो ट्वीट किया था कुछ दिन पहले कि मैं बताना चाहूंगा वो है राइट। वो बोला था कि सुशांत सिंह राजपूत क्या वो ड्रग्स लेते हुए पकड़े जाते तो क्या वो भी जेल जाते? तो मैं उनसे यही पूछना चाहूंगा कि वो ड्रग्स के मामले में आप लोगों को, या जो कर रहे थे उनको पकड़वाना चाह रहे थे, या उनको साजिश करके आप लोगों ने मार दिया? मैं यही 2 बातें पूछना चाहूंगा।
हमारे तो बहुत बहुत ज्यादा बातें हैं जो उनको पूछना है हमको, बट वही करना पड़ेगा. आप जो ट्विटर में एक्टिव रह रहे हो, आपका काम है, फिर भी आप इतना एक्टिव रह रहे हो, शुक्रिया उसके लिए. एंड तापसी पन्नू जी, आप अगर सुन रहे हो तो यही है चुन्नू कुमार जी के प्रश्न. सो आप जरूर जवाब दीजिए, हम सबको जवाब चाहिए. शुक्रिया चुन्नू कुमार जी, सो हैप्पी आप आए यहाँ पे. आपका कोई मूवी रिलीज हो जाएगा, शायद आप हीरो बन सकते हो, और क्या।
मैम मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि मेरे को हीरो बनने का तो सपना नहीं है मैम। बस मेरे को यही प्लेटफॉर्म मिल जाए तो मैं इससे बातें करके मैं अपना टाइम पास ही कर लेता, नहीं तो मेरे को बॉलीवुड में जाने का सपना है नहीं मैम। मैं ऐसे ही प्लेटफॉर्म पे मैं सुशांत सिंह राजपूत सर का मैं एक बात बताना चाहूंगा कि उनका मैं फैन तो नहीं था, लेकिन हकीकत बताऊंगा दिल से कि फैन तो नहीं था, लेकिन उनको जाने के बाद नहीं जाने ऐसा क्या हुआ, लेकिन उनके साथ बहुत बड़ा गलत हुआ। वो आगे जाना चाह रहे थे, जैसे मेरे पास खबर आया तो नहीं ये लोग ने गलत किया तो मुझे आवाज उठाना जरूरी। तो जिस समय खबर आया 1 डे से मैंने आवाज उठाना स्टार्ट कर दिया। मैं सोचा कि ये बॉलीवुड वाले, फिर उनका हकीकत मेरे सामने आते चला गया, तो उसी समय से हमने भी सुधरना स्टार्ट कर दिया। मैं भी यही
स्टार्ट कर दिया। एग्जैक्टली, सुधरना स्टार्ट कर दिया। हम लोग सब लोग सुधरने वाले हैं, अभी सुधरने ही वाले हैं, बस कोई रोक नहीं सकता हमको।
हाँ मैम, बस यही प्लेटफॉर्म दिया आपने, बहुत अच्छा लगा मेरे से आपसे बात करके मैम।
शुक्रिया शुक्रिया चुन्नू कुमार जी, शुक्रिया। अब तो हमारे पूरा व्यूअरशिप देखो, 42 पीपल, अभी 40 लोग देख रहे हैं। मेरे तो यूजुअली ओनली लाइक 20 पीपल देखते हैं, 20 लोग देखते हैं। शुक्रिया
कि जस्टिस के लिए ये पूरी भारत खड़ा हो जाए तो अच्छा रहेगा, क्योंकि ऐसा एक का मर्डर नहीं लगी बल्कि बहुत का मर्डर हुआ है, पर हकीकत जानेगा कौन उनके अंदर का।
हाँ हाँ वही है। शुक्रिया चुन्नू कुमार जी, थैंक यू थैंक यू। आप आते रहिए, अपना ख्याल रखिए, मास्क पहनिए।
ठीक है मैम, प्लेटफॉर्म दिया और इस बातों का जो मैं आगे जब तक जस्टिस नहीं मिलेगा, मिल भी जाएगा तो फिर और बॉलीवुड का भी बातें करता रहूंगा, जब तक जस्टिस भी मिल जाएगा तो भी बातें करूंगा जो रियलिटी होगा।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली, राइट। थैंक यू चुन्नू कुमार जी। ओके
कर सकती नहीं तो आप बातें कर सकती है, मैं सुनूंगा।
थैंक यू थैंक यू, आपका टाइम के लिए थैंक यू थैंक यू। रेखा जी, ओके आई एम गोइंग टू म्यूट यू, अनम्यूट यू। यस यस,
okay, yeah, how are you? Thank you.
I am doing well, thank you, it's so awesome to see you back here, that's awesome. आप तो पूरा मतलब फॉर्म में थे तब।
You know वो कहते हैं ना भड़ास निकल रही है। It was kind of that.
Yeah.
There was so much inside you. There was so much you were, wanting to do, and I have done, like, I've been on the stage all through. But the only thing was, I was not in a position anytime in life, to take risk like Sushant Singh Rajput did.
Yeah.
And what happens is that, and we did not have that kind of atmosphere. As if, my father was quite a broad-minded person, and he kind of brought us in a very liberal way. हम लोग जैसे परियां होती है सर पे नाचते उनके. So it was like that. The atmosphere was quite good, and yet when it comes to music, cultural music, dances, when it comes to the performances, and that time he just made us feel without we having discussed with him at any point. जब स्कूल में थे, like I never happened to discuss with him about कि I what I had within me, वो अंदर के अंदर ही रहा. Because the way once he reacted, kind of, they don't feel like कोई सितार बजा रहा है, कोई क्लासिकल का, it's something bad, it's something not good. वो उनका जमाना था kind of 56 66, उन्होंने black and white movies वगैरह they used to be very fond of, and but at the they would appreciate the art, they would appreciate the these actors. And at the same time, they would keep that there's a taboo. I mean, there's a stigma. There used to be a stigma to their names.
Entertainment industry.
So that is how, like, he kind of half broadened up in some things, and in half of the things he had a very narrow thing. So I was in no position, to come out. And even there was something.
Sushant gave you that strength, I think.
No. I'm not Sushant. No, it's not like that. I'm like that. I'm like that, out
and about. Awesome.
since
Naturally.
beginning, yes.
That's
मैंने
awesome.
कभी अपने आप को रोका नहीं.
We
never
clip our
stopped
own
myself.
wings. We clip our own wings sometimes. We just keep
Yeah.
getting carried away. Yeah. I think you're breaking up a little bit. Do you want to? Are you sitting down? Breaking up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think the charge in my mobile that has suddenly decreased, and that is the reason why this was a breakup. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I'll just put it on the charge.
Okay.
So I may be. So what basically I will let.
So what are your three
know.
lessons? Three lessons that
Yeah,
COVID has taught you.
Yeah. Oh, listen. Well, I said I'm a doctor, so I can teach many lessons. Yeah. See, first of all, one thing is that Mother Nature.
Yeah.
You need to value Mother Nature. That day, like everything which the universe has given us, we have to respect it. We have not been respecting. We have abusing our nature. We have not been, taking care of the number of trees we are left with, the global warming, how the glaciers are melting, how the water levels are
Look
rising.
at what happened.
Look at what happened in Kedarnath.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that day, my son came up to me and he was asking me. Now we are in UAE, so he asked me. He's going to school and he has many questions to ask. And he told me, "Mama, why do we have so many gods and other people have one god?" And gave him a very good explanation. I told him, "See, in Hinduism, everything is praiseworthy to us. Anything which is useful, whether it is fire, whether it is air, whether it is sunlight, whether it is
all the 5 elements of the earth." Yeah,
exactly. And we have given it a form of a figure, and through that medium, it symbolizes jaise Saraswati Mata hai, so that symbolizes the goddess of education. जैसे हम लोग एक दिन Hindus में we have a festival on which one particular day we will not cook food because we show our respect to the fire, goddess of fire.
Exactly.
Similarly, if the rain is coming, we are thankful, we are full of gratitude. So that's why we have rain god.
We are becoming very, very, so with this cell phone, we are becoming very, very insulated from nature, and we are becoming so we are going inward in the wrong way, but we have to appreciate Mother Nature a lot more than, absolutely. That's your first lesson. What is your second lesson?
Exactly. The second lesson, of course, I would say that we have to keep our hygiene. So because we are not following very strictly, although here I would say that the reason why the COVID has not acquired a very widespread and a huge form in India is because we have been having chaat at the Thele wala.
Pani puri ka pani.
So it's like both ways, I will say, because what happens is you keep on taking little of the bacterial dose.
Immunity apna legendary hai. Apna immunity is legendary.
It builds up your immunity. So, but nevertheless, like हम लोग अपना किस हाथ धोते हैं कि नहीं धोते हैं, we are so वो सारी चीजों जो हैं, cleanliness, are we abiding by all those things? और अगर ये सब चीजें जो गलत हो भी रही हैं, जैसे चाट वगैरह खाना, इनको भी actually देखा जाए तो there has to be a control and there has to be good things.
Third lesson, third lesson.
Third lesson, well, I would say that
you personally, like, what did you learn, like, what for yourself?
Actually, the time you spend with your family, the time you spend with your family when you're at home, how much otherwise you were able to give each other. The time there were lockdowns, and it's just whatever it comes to, and our family is the basis of the life, and that's the place where you belong to. That's the place.
And home is exactly. And I'm happy that we are redefining home and we are redefining our relationships. Of course, we are redefining relationships in a way that we are they're predicting that divorce rates are going to go up there, because everybody is having the time to just sit and think for themselves what is in their best interest. How are we going to, let me mute you, I think there's a little bit of a feedback here. So there are a lot of things that because of this, we have been, suddenly there has been a break applied, and we are now recalibrating everything. We are seeing, we are feeling, and we are acting in different ways. But as you said, family, the pillar that is going to be our anchor, no matter what family is. Family for somebody might be just themselves. Family, somebody might be just them and their child. Somebody, it might just be their couple who have decided not to have children. No matter what the family is our anchor. Because once you open the door and you get out into the world, nobody cares for you other than your family, right? It's so I think she has frozen. Okay, so but thank you, Rekha ji, if you're listening. Awesome. Okay, thank you, Rekha ji. Thank you for your input, and keep doing whatever you're doing. You're awesome. Thank you for being a doctor during these times. Let me see. Thank you. Okay, 1 second. Let me unmute you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me see. Bye. Okay, so let's see. We have a few comments. Let's go. Okay. Chinnu Kumar ji. Okay, so Chinnu Kumar ji, Rekha ji, thank you so much for coming. Let me see. Okay, fantastic. So one of the lessons that World Peace Jai Shri Ram has is being grateful. Family is fortune, God exists, and so does godliness. Doctor from USA with 100% desi heart. Okay, thank you, Ji. Okay, very nice. Thank you for being a frontline worker. World Peace Ji. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपको देखकर. Absolutely 100%. So one of the lessons Swati ji, 3 of the lessons Swati ji has learned: gratitude. I never get bored by myself. Very nice. Yes, because there's so much to do and so much to reinvent about ourselves. Learning minimalism, and it feels amazing. Okay, so I think we can talk about minimalism also in one session. It is a topic very close to my heart. Clarity, clearing out all the clutter is so important. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Hamsadhwani, Rachana Garu, family importance understood in the real way due to COVID, 100%, sir. Rachana Garu means you are probably Telugu. Namaskaram andi. Thank you. Okay, so 3 lessons: being compassionate, being happy with what you have, and support the emotionally distressed if we can give them our ears. 100%. Just, Vinita ji, just like how you are picking up the tools to cope with whatever, right? If you can also, as she is doing it, lend help to an emotionally distressed person. Just, what do you want? Like, what does your grandmother want from you right now, right? Just somebody to listen to her for 5 minutes, just attention. She doesn't need your money. She doesn't need anything from you. She just needs your time and attention. So just lend an ear to somebody who wants to listen. Amazing. Thank you. Very nice. कोविड ने सिखाया कि फिल्में नहीं देखे तो कुछ नहीं बिगड़ा तो पैसे बचे 100%. सो भास्कर जी का ये है कि इट सीम्स फिल्में नहीं देखी तो कुछ नहीं बिगड़ा. दैट इज सो ट्रू. इतना एंटरटेनमेंट है लाइफ में, खुद के लाइफ में फिल्मों की जरूरत क्या है. ऑसम. ओके, सो not sure if this fits into your pivoting with power, but how do you get unstuck, especially when life and people have affected you so negatively, when people don't understand you or your uniqueness? Okay, so I want to take this up. Hold on. I just want to save this and put it somewhere where I can remember. How can I copy this? I don't know how to copy this, but I want to see. Let me take a screenshot because I want to talk about this at length here. Because negativity of the mind, I am so interested in this topic. Anshurji, I'm just going to answer this once we are done for this thought exercise, okay, in a little bit. If you have time, please stand by, or if you're welcome to come join me in the StreamYard, or I will, you can watch it afterwards if you don't have time right now to wait. Okay, so World Peace says happiness is within, less is more. I keep hearing this, less is more. Yes, things of value cost nothing. Yes. So that's one of the things, right? I accumulate and I'm very greedy. You know what I'm greedy about? Things that absolutely have no monetary value. So I think Peace G, we are both on the same lines. Things of value cost nothing. They only, if I buy a BMW or buy a Mercedes or something like that, they are going to be उसको कुछ लग गया, accident में हो गया, something happened, and that will disturb my world peace, right? So I like that. Okay, so understanding yourself is the best gift anybody can give themselves, still learning to do so. 100% yes. And see, what is spirituality? Learning ourselves, like putting that mirror to ourselves, like how can we get better? What are our negative flaws? Do we gossip a lot? What is the value of what we are doing? Can we up our game a little bit? Like, can we like become unstoppable? What is stopping us from living our personal best? So as Rekha ji said, she's a product of her childhood. She's a product of her own ideas that, hey, she wants to be unstoppable in a way that seems fit for her. So she's doing whatever she can, right? So, और लोग okay. I don't think so, Ji. Bhaskar Vajay ji, thank you. So, okay. Mohit Sharma ji. I think Mohit Sharma. Very nice. I'm happy to see your name. Ping me on. Oh, okay. Varun Kapur. चुन्नू कुमार जी, आप देख रहे हो तो यहाँ पे देखो आप चुन्नू कुमार, प्लीज आप कॉल करो एक बार वरुण जी को, प्लीज आपके सेलफोन से या कोई टेक्स्ट मैसेज या कोई व्हाट्सएप कर सकते हो तो वरुण कपूर को प्लीज आपका इंटरव्यू लेना चाहते हैं शायद, देखिए. Okay, so again I'm going to flash this one more time. चुन्नू कुमार जी प्लीज, ये नंबर है वरुण कपूर का, प्लीज आप कॉल करिए वरुण कपूर को. Thank you. Okay, so pivot or perish is what pandemic has taught me. Fantastic. Soundscapes, I'm so happy you're here. Pivot or perish. Okay, yes. If you don't pivot, you will get lost in the dust. 100% I agree with you. Okay, Mohit Sharma ji. आ जाओ जल्दी. Okay, Chunnu Kumar ji, please message. Okay, so I am looking at. Okay, Team SSR, no problem. I'm happy you're here. Okay, so thank you everybody. Let's see. Chunnu Kumar ji, क्या बोल रहे हैं? 2 बेटी का काय है राज, 2 बोटी. यार कोई एक्सप्लेन करो, मेरा हिंदी मतलब थोड़ा वीक है लाइफ में. Okay, so Nam Namah Shivaya, lessons during my COVID. Okay, spiritually become inclined, learn cooking finally. Okay, have quality time with my daughter. Okay, so Nilima ji, so I'll tell you something. I used to do surveys outside my school. And when COVID was not there, I was physically there, right? So all these teenagers would keep walking by and I would give them the sheet of paper. I think I should be having it somewhere here, a template. I wrote, I wish my parents knew. Okay, so these were the small printouts that I would hand over, and it is a survey. So kids would fill it up like this. Okay, mostly it is about their workload that they are having. Okay, they're mostly about their workload that I wish my parents knew that my workload is very high and all those things, right? But one of the most recurring themes was, I wish my mother knew that she cannot cook. So it reminds me of people like you and me. So my son has Korean and Chinese friends, and he's like, Mom, why do they cook so nicely? What about you? Why can't you? I'm like, okay, I cannot do whatever they are doing. Please, don't put me on the same scale as them, right? So Nilima ji, I think you and I are on the same page, learning to cook finally. And somebody else was saying that they're cooking 3 meals a day, and we are going to address that. And we are also going to address things like this in the future about how we can manage expectations around us with ourselves and with others. Okay, so spending quality time with your daughter, that is exactly what Rekha ji said. One of her second lesson, her third lesson was to spend time with family and understand the importance of them. Okay, so please share link. Okay, let me do the link once again. Okay, so let me try if this works. I have to go back here and okay, let me go see here. Somebody asked for link, so I'm pasting it once again. I think global coaching. Somebody with global coaching, they requested the link. Yes, sir, please. Yes, sir, or ma'am, please join. Okay. I have a question for you. How to stay positive for that? Okay, so attitude is golden. Let's take this up in one of the future ones. I'm going to make a note of this one as well. Attitude, how to have an attitude of positivity, right? Let's address that. This is one of the things that we can talk about. Okay, so next, let's see. I think I missed out a few of the messages. Okay, so let's see. Do body ke Raj. Oh, that is probably a quotation. Okay, ठीक है. I am going to find out ये quotation का मतलब क्या है. I'll find out internet में या I'll ask. And then okay, thank you, my goodness. Okay, my grandma was the best, coolest one. My mom is equally the best. Okay. Okay, so I think. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Siddhi ji, I think you have a point. Hold on. There is something. Okay, so do body. Oh, okay. Do body iske bare mein. Okay. So we are back on the investigation. We have to become sleuths for Sushant Singh and keep. Chunu Kumar ji, once again, shukriya. आपका questions पूछते रहिए ऐसे ही. Very nice. Okay, so tired of self-motivation. So Neelima ji says that she is tired of motivating herself and picking up herself over and over again, right? Okay, so I will show you how to create pockets of those momentum that naturally keep. There are some strategies that I use, Neelima ji, which is like, so what I do is, okay, Shalini Govil. Okay, let's see, I'm going to add her. So, hello, Shalini ji. 1 second, I'll just finish whatever I'm saying and I'll give you a chance. Yeah, thank you. So Neelima ji, so here is what is happening, right? If you can, how do I create momentum? How do I create self-motivation for myself is, let's say, I'll tell you something, Neelima ji. So what I do is, I have announced it to the world almost 7 or 8 years ago that I will win the Nobel Prize in 2044 and 2044, 2034. I forget because it's been so long. So it's there on my website. I have announced it to the world. I have announced it. 1 second. I have announced it to the world that I am going to win the Nobel Prize, right? So that if I have to keep up with my word, I have to do things that positively nurture my goal. Okay, so what I have done is to create motivation to myself. I have laid out those plans out there in the world so that they keep, so accountability to somebody else. So what I suggest you to do is, if you have a best friend, if you have your mama, or if you have anybody who is who is ready to keep you accountable to whatever you are saying. So let's say aapka 1 month ka goal, you set something and you tell a friend, okay, and you request her to like, hey yaar, 2 week mein ek baar bol do ki kahan ho, where is your project right now, or something like that. That will keep you accountable naturally. Okay, that's like a trick that you can do. Okay, so Shalini ji, I am ready. If you're ready, okay, fantastic. Let me unmute you 1 second. I'll try to unmute. Okay, fantastic. Yes, ma'am. What are your
Hi,
3
Rachana.
lessons? Hi. What are your
How are
3
you?
lessons?
Actually, बहुत सारे हैं.
Okay.
But I'll start with the first one. So when the corona.
Okay, 1 second. I think unka internet connection, yeah, my internet connection. I hope not. Okay, let's see. Can people hear me? Okay. So can people hear me? just want to see. Okay, it's her. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody responded. I appreciate that. Okay, so it's not me. So let's continue the conversation until Shaliji comes back. So here is the thing, right? We are talking about what are the 3 lessons that COVID has taught us. I was talking earlier also, relationships have taken a hit. Our work has taken a hit. Our personal life has taken a hit. So many things have taken a hit. So many things have taken a hit because of COVID, but there are still lessons that we have learned that we can use to move forward. So this is what I call the great reset, right? I am resetting for myself how my life should look like going forward. And that is where I'm saying that, hey, this is where I'm going to, instead of just like getting frustrated about how things are not changing, I'm going to look another direction and pivot and start moving ahead. So that's my plan. So I want you to think in those terms. And Shaliji, I think your internet is okay now. Yeah, you can speak.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as you said, initially when the lockdown started and we got to know that the whole world and our country is also getting locked down, and we were just waiting, okay, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then we got to, like, initially we were all enjoying, and then when we got to know that it is serious, it is something
reality.
very serious. It's a reality, and it's going to be just a second.
Yes. Okay, JTP has joined the stream. Okay, JTP.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm back. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we got to know that this is the reality and this is going to be.
Okay.
So we started like getting used to it, and then we realized that it is not difficult. I know it is difficult for some people, and I also got hit somewhere, like business wise and work wise. We got people were got 30%, 40%, 70% pay cut. So I know it is going to be. It must have been difficult for all those people. For me personally, yes, there was a change. I am into teaching, so I had to switch to online teaching, and I had to learn. Initially I started with 1 or 2 students जो मेरे बिल्कुल known थे कि भाई online करना है तो पहले मैं trial तो कर लूं. क्योंकि मुझे भी नहीं आता था, मतलब I am not that bad into technique, but फिर भी नहीं आता था. So I got to learn that, and then later on with the family, I made my children realize that this is what our life was when we were the kids. We never used to go out every Sunday on a ki mall chalo, shopping chalo, restaurant chalo, or otherwise what normal families used to have, na? Families like us, we used to every Sunday. I used to tell us, "Mama, बहुत दिन हो गए अभी हम गए नहीं कहीं."
I know.
चलो, अगर कुछ नहीं है तो रेस्टोरेंट चलो, कुछ नहीं है तो मंगा ही लो खाना. So we actually went back to our roots. We went back to our place where the TV, we were not actually watching TV also. Initially I watched 1 month, but after that all this happened. I was all in news and listening to all the YouTube.
I just love that you say that you are going back to your roots. That is the most amazing thing, right? And you're slowing down to the pace of nature. You just like take a step back and see, like, as you said, is me going to the mall, like, why were we doing that to fill
is
time?
It relevant? Is it so important?
Exactly.
Can we not survive without it? Can we not survive buying for a year? Now we have not bought a cloth since a year. So are we not surviving without buying a cloth?
Exactly. I'm wearing pajamas. I'm wearing pajamas here, and nobody cares, right? I don't have to invest in pants or anything like that. So
yes. So bringing, and we were talking to our families on Zoom channels. So although technology played a very important role in bringing all together, today I'm talking to you. You are living in a very far apart place, and we are talking to each other, and we are not missing meeting people, because I'm like, nowadays I have an extended family of SS Agents, so I'm not missing people. But still, with the technology, it made easy. Hi, Varun.
Hello.
He wanted to just come for Chunu Kumar. He couldn't stop himself.
Exactly.
Chunu Kumar has come before also when Varun was doing one session, and he was very nice. He was very good, too good.
Yeah, I don't want to disrupt for sure. I don't want to disrupt your session. Chunu, मैं सिर्फ आपके लिए आया हूँ क्योंकि आप एक दो बार जब आए थे लास्ट, आपके बहुत फैन बन गए थे, बहुत सारे, और सब आपसे बात करना चाहते थे, सब आपसे
Me too.
और उसके बाद आप गायब हो गए। तो मैं इस सेशन पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके लिए आया हूँ। आई एम सो सॉरी रचना, बट आया तो मैं चन्नू के लिए ही हूँ। कैसे हैं आप?
हाँ जी सर।
कैसे हो?
सर सही है सर।
सब सही है? ओके, तो आप व्हाट्सएप पे हो?
नहीं सर, मैं जैसे आपने लिंक भेजा तो मैं ऐसे गूगल पे जुड़ चुका हूँ सर।
नहीं, वैसे आप व्हाट्सएप वगैरह कुछ यूज करते हो?
हाँ जी व्हाट्सएप वगैरह सब यूज करता हूँ सर।
अच्छा, आपको चैट के अंदर ना एक नंबर डाल दिया है मैंने, आप उस नंबर पे ना मुझे व्हाट्सएप करना।
अच्छा ठीक है सर, मिलेगा तो जरूर मैं आपको करूंगा, मैं देखूंगा, अभी पूरा चेक करूंगा।
अभी
सर
प्राइवेट चैट है बाबू, यहाँ
चैट पे देखो,
पे
स्क्रीन पे चैट पे देखो, नंबर लिखा हुआ है मेरा।
हाँ जी सर, मैं अभी काटूंगा तो कट जाएगा ना सर?
अच्छा
वरुण,
अच्छा
आप
अच्छा
नंबर बोल दो ना, आप नंबर बोल दो।
अच्छा, आप लिख लो। मेरा नंबर तो वैसे ही पब्लिक है, इट्स अ पब्लिक नंबर है।
नहीं,
I'm
आपका
trying to
नंबर
show
छप
the
गया है,
comment.
बोल दो।
Trying to show the
Publicly.
comment that you
सर बोल दीजिए।
बोलूं?
हाँ जी सर बोल दीजिए।
ये देखो स्क्रीन पे लिख दिया, क्या बात है, मेरे से ज्यादा फास्ट तो रचना है। +1,
+1,
ठीक है,
यहाँ पे दिख रहा
+1,
है आपको, दिख रहा है यहाँ पे आपको +1 845।
दिखा आपको नंबर दिख रहा है? अच्छा, मैं बोल देता हूँ, +1, या अगर आप फोन में लिख रहे होगे तो 001
001
845 845
843।
नहीं 45
हाँ जी सर
45,
45।
हाँ,
हाँ जी सर
845
731
कैसे बोलिए?
आगे सर। अच्छा
731
731
731
731 और
1204।
1204। हाँ जी सर। सर आपने इतना
सुन्नू जी इस पे कॉल मत कीजिएगा, आपका बिल खत्म हो जाएगा। इस पे व्हाट्सएप भी कीजिएगा।
व्हाट्सएप कीजिए,
व्हाट्सएप करना मुझे, ठीक है?
अच्छा।
और आई डोंट वांट टू डिस्टर्ब योर सेशन रचना, आई एम सो सॉरी, आई केम इन जस्ट फॉर दिस।
नहीं यहाँ पे तो लव अफेयर हो गया, यहाँ पे तो
नो
आपके दोनों के बीच में। इट्स गुड।
नो, प्लीज गो अहेड।
एक्चुअली
चलो मैं आपसे बात करूंगा, फिर आप मुझे मैसेज करना। यस शालिनी जी, आप कुछ कह रही हैं?
नहीं, मैं आपके टॉपिक पे कह रही थी।
लेकिन सर ऐसे सर के फैन के नाते सर मैं कुछ सर जस्टिस के लिए आवाज उठा रहा हूँ सर, कुछ उनका बातें कर सकता हूँ ना सर अभी?
या कीजिए ना।
तो मैं इतना ही कहूंगा, और सर जो अभी आप लोग सुन रहे हैं कि सर वो 2 बॉडी, मैं जानूंगा कि सर उस 2 बॉडी में ही राज है, मर्डर और सुसाइड। तो सर मैं इतना जानना चाहूंगा कि इस 2 बॉडी के राज छुपाया क्यों गया? पब्लिक या इन पब्लिक या कोई भी, वो छुपाया क्यों गया सर? सब पब्लिकों को क्या बेवकूफ समझ रहा है? कौन? मुंबई का सरकार या जो भी हो, नेता हो, सर ऐसा क्यों किया उन लोगों ने?
सर ये तो बहुत बड़ी एक साजिश है, षड्यंत्र है, जो हम सब भी देख रहे हैं इसको, और हम लोगों के पास भी ऐसे ही बहुत सारे सवाल और है चन्नू भाई, जो हम भी जिनका जवाब चाहते हैं, और जो बहुत देर से छुपा हुआ है। सीबीआई एजेंसी सब लोग काम कर रही हैं, वो सब निकालेंगे। आप बस भरोसा रखो और पूरा विश्वास रखो कि आएगा, ये रिजल्ट आएगा हमारे लिए अच्छा। और सारे के सारे जितने भी इन्वॉल्व थे, जिन्होंने भी किसी भी तरह की इन्वॉल्वमेंट थी, सब पकड़े जाएंगे।
सर इन्वॉल्वमेंट तो है, लेकिन सबसे पहले मैं सर मुंबई सरकार का आदित्य ठाकरे का नाम लेना चाहूंगा। सबसे बड़ी इन्वॉल्वमेंट उसका है, तो सर उसका नाम लेना चाहूंगा कि उसने उसके साथ ऐसा क्या किया था जो उसने उनके साथ सारे चीज प्रोजेक्ट जो छीन लिया और किसी और को छिनवा दिया। और रिया चक्रवर्ती सर AU, उनके मोबाइल में AU किसका नंबर है सर? उसी का नंबर है। क्या छुपाना चाह रही है? किनको पता नहीं है? और वो किसको पकड़ेगा सर? सरकार होते हुए भी किसके ऊपर कार्रवाई करेगा?
क्या बात है,
चुन्नू जी,
ये जो
ऐसे ज्यादा नाम मत लीजिए। आप इंडिया में ही है, ज्यादा नाम मत लीजिए। और आप एक काम कीजिए, आप ऐसे सुनिए, आप ऐसे लोगों के साथ जुड़िए जो वरुण जैसे ही हैं और इंडिया से हैं। आप शायद सुनिए, आप क्या बिहार से है ना?
मैं बिल्कुल बिहार से। हाँ मैम, बोलिए क्या बात।
अभी आप कहाँ, अभी किस शहर के हैं अभी आप?
मत ये नहीं, जहाँ भी हैं आप सेफ रहें, आप जहाँ भी हैं ठीक है, वहीं रहें।
वरुण, मैं वो नहीं कह रही हूँ, मैं उनको ये कह रही हूँ कि आप जहाँ पे हैं वहां पे आप ऐसे लोगों के साथ जो भी हम लोग के तरह हैं और आप जो भी प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं उसमें शामिल होइए। और आप बहुत अच्छा, जो भी आपके मन में विचार है वो बहुत अच्छे हैं। आप अपने जैसे लोगों के बीच में इन क्वेश्चंस को उनके दिमाग में भी डालिए, ताकि सभी लोग मिलके बायकॉट बॉलीवुड करें, ताकि सभी लोग ये गवर्नमेंट पे ये प्रेशर बनाए रखें कि भाई हमें जवाब चाहिए, जैसे आपको जवाब चाहिए वैसे हमें भी चाहिए।
नहीं, वो एक बात, जैसे आपने बोला ना कि आप ऐसे लोगों के साथ जुड़े जो आपको साथ में प्रोटेक्ट में खड़ा हो, तो मैं ये बात मैं कहना चाहूंगा। मैं बता भी देता हूँ मैं हूँ कहाँ पे। अभी मैं सूरत गुजरात में हूँ, नवजीवन सर्कल पे हूँ। मैं इतना सब बातें बता दे।
बाबू आप इमोशनल मत हो जाइए,
ऐसे मत बताइए।
कुमार जी एक सेकंड, 1 सेकंड शालिनी जी,
मुझे कुछ डर है नहीं।
आई जस्ट म्यूटेड, मैं आपको म्यूट कर दिया। चुन्नू कुमार जी आप रुकिए, 1 सेकंड रुकिए। नहीं प्लीज, आपका सेफ्टी, सी हमको जिंदा रहना है ना फाइट करने के लिए। आप प्लीज, आप कुछ में ऐसे मत बोलिए प्लीज। आप ऐसे ही अपना वॉइस को क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में,
आवाज बुलंद रखें। बट चुन्नू कुमार, मैं आपको दोबारा आपको समझाता हूँ एक चीज, छोटी सी चीज। श्रुति गेरा हमारे जो आती है ना, उन्होंने बड़ी क्लियर एक बार बात बोली, और मैं सबको एक बार सुनाना चाहता हूँ ये, कि अगर फाइट करनी है, अगर लड़ाई लड़नी है ना किसी भी तरह की इनजस्टिस के अगेंस्ट, उसके लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज क्या है? सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है आप, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट हूं मैं, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है शालिनी। अगर हम रहेंगे तो हम फाइट कर सकेंगे, अगर हम नहीं रहेंगे तो हमारी जगह कोई और फाइट नहीं करने आएगा। तो उसके लिए अगर आपको अगली बार कोई ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछता भी है ना कहीं पर भी कि आप कहाँ रहते हैं, आप कहें मैं सुशांत के घर में रहता हूँ, जाओ सुशांत के घर में, मैं वहां मिलूंगा आपको। तो आप अब अगली बार आप कहीं पर भी किसी को भी अपना एड्रेस, लोकेशन नहीं देंगे, ये आज आप प्रॉमिस करें यहाँ पर। तभी मैंने आपको अपना नंबर दिया ताकि आप मुझे मेरे नंबर पे मैसेज करें, ताकि मैं आपको एक, क्योंकि ये जो इमोशन आप लाए हैं, ये जो आप एनर्जी लेके आए हैं, उस एनर्जी को मैं दोबारा से लोगों के बीच में दिखाना चाहता हूँ, लोगों को दोबारा उठाना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि लोग सो चुके हैं, रियली सो चुके हैं, लोग नहीं जाग रहे। पर ये वाला जो अभी रचना जी का सेशन है, इसके अंदर ऑब्वियसली ये थोड़ा उससे डिफरेंट है। और आज मैं आपको रात में, आपके दिन के टाइम पे हम एक सेशन कर रहे हैं जहां पर हम बात कर रहे हैं कैंपेन का। 14 तारीख को हम एक छोटा सा कैंपेन कर रहे हैं। हम चाहते हैं सारी जगह से, आप जहां पर भी हैं, आप इंडिया में हैं, आप पाकिस्तान में हैं, आप बांग्लादेश में हैं, आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हैं, डजंट मैटर, सब जगह पर मैं चाहता हूँ लोग अपने एक वो सुशांत का नाम लेके ही, लिख के ही चाहे खड़े हो जाएं, और वो खड़े, और 14 तारीख को हम करेंगे। तो उसके लिए मुझे आपकी, आज मैं आपको लाइव बोल रहा हूँ, मुझे आप जैसे की जरूरत है। तो प्लीज मेरे साथ आप जरूर मैसेज कर देना, अभी व्हाट्सएप कर दो ताकि आप भूल मत जाना और नंबर ना घुमा देना। तो प्लीज मेरे को जरूर करना आप, ठीक है? और उसके बाद आपको मौका दूंगा मैं इसी तरह से हाई एनर्जी से बोलने के लिए।
सर एक बात और हकीकत बोलना चाहूंगा सर, जो मेरे साथ अभी हो रहा है, मैं आपको साथ बताना चाहूंगा, शेयर करना चाहूंगा।
बोलो सर।
सर मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा, जैसे मैंने जस्टिस के लिए आवाज उठा रहा है सर, जहाँ पे हमने काम करते हैं वहां पे हमने बोला था कि इनको जस्टिस मिलना चाहिए। तो जो मेरे जैसे जिनके संपर्क में मैं था, तो वो बोल रहे कि जस्टिस नहीं मिलेगा। सर ऐसा वो लोग बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन मैं उन लोगों को बात नहीं मान रहा हूँ सर। तो मेरे जिसके हिसाब से मैं बता रहा हूँ सर वो सही है, और जहाँ पे मैं काम कर रहा हूँ वहां पे भी सही है। वो लोग कह रहे हैं कि जस्टिस नहीं मिलेगा। मैं बोल रहा हूँ आप लोग भाई साहब, यहाँ पे सीबीआई, अगर सीबीआई बिक जाएगी तो देश किसके द्वारा चलेगा? तो बोल रहा है ये सब नेता के द्वारा हो रहा है ना, सब ये नेता लोग बिक के और सब ऐसे ही केस को दबा देंगे। तो मैंने यही बोला कि पूरा मर्डर
थोड़ा सोच समझ के बोल।
चुन्नू कुमार जी आप वरुण को कनेक्ट कीजिए, उसके बाद कल बात करेंगे इसके बारे में।
या आपसे इसके बारे में मैं आराम से बात करूंगा लाइव पे ना। आप जो बोल रहे हो, आप मेरे साथ अपने आप को भी पंगे में डाल रहे हो, ठीक है? अभी हम इसके बारे में बात करते हैं, बट एट द सेम टाइम बहुत अच्छा लगा, ये जो एनर्जी लाए हो ना आप, ये मुझे बहुत अच्छी लग रही है और मुझे ये एनर्जी चाहिए वापस इस
हमें भी
कैंपेन में
चाहिए ये
चाहिए, मुझे
एनर्जी।
लोगों में चाहिए।
हम भी इतने
हाँ
टाइम से अलग अलग बातें सुन के थक गए हैं, अब आपकी जैसे लोगों की बातें सुननी है हमको।
यस
हाँ सर,
सो
लेकिन आप सर एक बात और लास्ट सुन लीजिए सर, जो उसके बाद आप काट दीजिएगा।
बोलो बोलो बोलो।
यार मेरा शो नहीं है ये, चुन्नू कुमार जी का शो हो गया बस।
हाँ बोलो
पिछली बार
चुन्नू।
भी ऐसे ही हुआ था।
जैसे सर आपने बोले थे कि कल प्लेटफॉर्म दूंगा कि हम बात करेंगे, सर ठीक है, लेकिन ये सर पता नहीं सर कैसे कैसे लोग हैं जो जो सही नहीं समझते सर, जो बॉलीवुड का पिक्चर देखना चाहते हैं वही तो जस्टिस दिलाना नहीं चाहेंगे, लेकिन सब सर जो भी मेरे सामने बोल रहा है ना उसको मुंह पे मैं ताला लगा देता हूँ। बॉलीवुड का आप फिल्म देखोगे ना तो जाओ देखना, लेकिन जस्टिस रहेगा, उनका मुंह बंद हो जाता है सर मेरे सामने। मैं जहाँ पे मैं काम करता हूँ वहां पे मेरे सामने में कोई बोलता नहीं है। और सर ये जिसमें प्लेटफॉर्म पे बातें करता हूँ चाहे आपसे या कहीं पे भी, और जैसे मेरे सामने में लिंक आया सर बातें करने की, तो क्या बोलूं सर, अवकात तो नहीं बोल सकता,
नहीं
लेकिन
नहीं
जैसे मैं बातें करता हूँ तो उन लोगों का मुंह बंद हो जाता है कि अरे आप इतना बड़ा जस्टिस साहब आपको डर नहीं लगता है क्या? बोला कि डर किस बात की है, जहाँ पे हकीकत होता है वहां पे हकीकत का ही जीत होता है, तो डर किस बात की है? मैं
बहुत
डरूंगा नहीं,
बढ़िया,
हकीकत
बहुत बढ़िया,
कहूंगा ना।
क्या बात है। तो जितने भी लोग सुन रहे हैं मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहूंगा, ये है वॉरियर, ये रहा एक जेन्युइन वॉरियर जो किसी की नहीं सुनता, किसी को नहीं देखता और वो जस्टिस के लिए लड़ेगा नो मैटर व्हाट। चुनो अब भूलना मत, मुझे मैसेज करना, मैं स्ट्रीम से उतर रहा हूँ क्योंकि जितनी देर रहूंगा आप बात करते रहोगे और रचना बाद में मेरे को क्लास लगाएंगी, सो आई डोंट वांट। तो अब हम आपसे ऑफलाइन बात करूंगा पहले और उसके बाद आपको आज रात को, मेरी रात आपके दिन में, हम आपको थोड़ी देर के लिए फिर से सेशन में लाएंगे क्योंकि सब लोगों को एक बार ना हिलाने की जरूरत है और आप सबको हिला सकते हो। ठीक है, थैंक यू चुन्नू, थैंक यू, बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलके। टेक केयर।
चलो बाय चुन्नू जी।
और मिलेगा तो मैं करता रहूंगा सर।
ओके आप रह सकते हो वैसे तो, यू कैन जस्ट ओके।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, फिर वो कुछ और बोल देंगे उतनी देर में तो।
नहीं सॉरी, आपका सेकंड लेसन, सॉरी वी लेफ्ट एट द फर्स्ट लेसन।
No, no, it's okay. I like Chunnu ji.
आई नो पूरा
So that was the thing Ratna I was telling कि ये जो चुन्नू कुमार जी जैसे लोग हैं, ये लोगों को हमने through the social media, because we spend lot of time in social media, and through the social media and through the YouTube various YouTube platforms we got to know them. अगर हमारा working ये year ज्यादा working होता तो हम सुशांत के केस के लिए जितना ज्यादा हम लोग जितने ज्यादा इमोशन से आए शायद उतना टाइम दे नहीं पाते, क्योंकि हमारा इमोशंस जो है वो हमें ज्यादा सोचने पे मजबूर किया। हमने ज्यादा टाइम दिया टू डिस्कवर, टू फाइंड आउट अबाउट हु सुशांत एक्चुअली इज, who was the actual Sushant. So we got to know him, and then we realized that he cannot do. तो ये जो चीज है, और ऐसे खाली सुशांत का नहीं, ऐसा हमने हिंदुइज्म के लिए भी किया, अपने धर्म को समझने के लिए किया, अपनी चीजों को समझने के लिए किया, गोइंग बैक टू द रूट्स जैसे मैंने कहा था, एवरीथिंग वाज कनेक्टेड टू दैट। हमने अपने बच्चों को भी रियलाइज कराया दैट इफ यू आर नॉट गोइंग फॉर टू अ मॉल, सिंस 1 year we have not gone to a mall, and the life is still the same.
Exactly.
Only thing difference is that today कहना चाहिए we have 4G, we have the technology, strong technology. अगर ये कुछ साल पहले की बात होती, it would have been much more difficult, because to handle this type of thing, and उसमें थोड़ी सी नेगेटिव चीजें भी हुई, बहुत सारे लाइक लोगों को फाइनेंशियल लॉसेस हुए, एंड लोगों को इमोशनल लॉसेस भी हुए, क्योंकि बहुत सारे घर में झगड़े भी बहुत हुए। लेकिन आप जैसे आज आप इस पे बैठी हैं, नाउ यू डिसाइडेड कि अरे मैं जो अपने सेशंस में करती थी वो मैं अभी ऑनलाइन भी कर सकती हूँ, सो वी आल्सो एक्सप्लोर्ड ऑल दोस ऑप्शंस, सो दैट इज व्हाई, दैट इज द मतलब कहना चाहिए पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट,
resilience of the human spirit. That is exactly what it is, right? Jugaad is so like jugaad, that word jugaad, right? So jugaad का मतलब क्या है? Any problem has so many solutions. That is our mindset, right? So that is the best thing. Like jugaad is what we do. So that's
Prashna, in this pandemic, those who have actually survived are those people जिन्होंने जो आप जुगाड़ वर्ड यूज कर रहे हैं ना, उन्होंने वो चीज चलाई। One of my friend, her business, she lost her actually lot of kind of a financial loss in business. But then she started, she made good use of this pandemic, and she started a vegetable business.
Oh wow, okay.
Uh,
There you go.
Delivering vegetables to
Completely
different societies.
Completely pivoting and doing something else, but making sure things work. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
One of my friend, he has an event company, and he lost everything in that event company, because now there is no event which is happening. So he started a business of masks. So those people who took it as a positive opportunity, an optimistic way, they have survived in a better way. And those who were just thinking, "Arey, kya ho gaya? Ab kya karenge? Kaise karenge?" They were not able to manage it till at least 4-5 months. They were. But still, my heart goes for those people who were really very one day, जो एक क्या बोलते हैं हम, दिहाड़ी पे काम करते हैं. तो दिहाड़ी वर्कर्स के लिए my heart really goes bad, क्योंकि उनको कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है कि कैसे अचानक से हम दूसरे बिजनेस पे शिफ्ट कर जाएं.
But believe it or not, Shalini ji, the people who are in fringes, like the जो जुगाड़ naturally जुगाड़ करते हैं ना, वो लोग, they are surviving better than people who are supposedly well to do, because people who are affluent, मतलब rich है जो या middle class है, they are not doing as well as those people who are who are not sitting like you and me and like आराम से fan AC लगा के बातें करना. We are doing worse than people who don't have any resources to begin with. That is the beauty. Resilience is something that we have to cultivate.
Because they had a set business. They never thought that the business can collapse like that. And I have seen many shops around, be it any bigger brand, I have seen it collapsing in this pandemic. And there are many big shops and big showrooms around us which has been collapsed, and people like us, we don't feel अच्छा चलो ये काम नहीं चल पा रहा है, for the time being we can do something else. So let's stick to that. So, but those people, they are not able to do that.
Their identity is set that मैं ये supermarket का owner हूँ. So they cannot even think like they cannot. वो Buddhism में there is a word like beginner's mind, right? Like you can reinvent yourself at any point of time and become like ground up. Say you can start working on something brand new. So that's But
so
this.
Third thing which I think we can realize is कि आपको technology savvy होना पड़ेगा आज के time में. If you were not, then you should now. जैसे I'm talking about the people who are 55 or above. So 55 above people, they do not want, अभी इतना चल गया ना जिंदगी में काम, तो अभी आगे
they're becoming lonelier and lonelier and lonelier, and they need to.
They do not want to explore something new. 60 plus, so they do not want to explore something new. So if in case you are not exploring those things, it is going to become difficult later, because now I'm telling you, my mother, she used to go to these वो कविताएं लिखती हैं, she is a writer, and she used to go to these sabhal जो होती है ना कवि सम्मेलन and all those get together, and nowadays she is having those things online, and she was not and
that's awesome.
Really? If she was not techno savvy, if she was not matlab she's
but necessity is the mother of invention, and she wanted to continue doing her poetry. She wanted to make an impact and spread the world. So I just wanted to take some comments. I'll just take some comments and then we can get back quickly. So to your point, I also want to talk about the computational thinkers that we have to create. As you said, technology ke liye, making ourselves technology savvy, making our older generation technology savvy, as well as giving that intentional, that ethical reasoning, why we are having to interact with machines, how we can. So I teach robotics and coding. So I have to tell all my children, only human beings, we have the superior cognitive abilities. Only we can manage our minds if we want to. Only we can take risks. Only we can pivot and decide that we are not going to be a victim anymore. And only we are the ones who understand trends. So only human beings that is why we are superior. We are still superior than animals, and we are still superior than machines. So we have to teach our children how to become computational thinkers. So there's so much to do in the technology realm right now. And of course, we are the only ones who can empathize. So Shalini ji, whatever you are going through, I can understand if I choose to put myself in your shoes, right? So that is what we have to do, teaching technology as well as how humans are superior than technology. That's yeah, so this is awesome. So 1 second, I'll just take some comments, and then I just wanted to see. Arunaji says her 3 lessons are slowing down and fatigue or losing hope, vigil. She keeps a vigil now, and she's more awake. Is that what it means? And fatigue and losing hope. She has fatigue and is she losing hope? Is that what is happening? Just want to understand that. Okay. Yes, so let's see some more here. Okay, I wanted to talk about this one. I think Hansadhwani, she had actually posted something like this. There's a non-medical cure for hair pulling disorder. Please throw some light in this. Okay, so see, I'm not clinical, and I have no idea about why this happens or anything, but I have noticed that a lot of children and adults are going through alopecia, which is like the the hair loss and everything at a premature age. I think it's alopecia. I think that's what it is called, and or hair pulling disorder. So whatever it is, something in your mind, in your brain, is telling you that you're going to reject whatever is happening to you. So there is a conflict. So obviously this might need a little bit of clinical treatment. So I cannot comment on this. I think you have also mentioned what the name of that condition is also. You are right. That's what it is called, but I cannot comment on any of those because this will become a little clinical. Okay, so I just want to go forward. Okay. So just Sukija, so he's saying that let's keep raising our voice. Absolutely, sir. I think that's what Varun is planning again. We have to keep talking, and just make all these Bollywood people jealous. So, okay. So Swati ji says, I'm educating a few senior citizens around me in my free time. The happiness that reflects in their eyes once they could connect to the near and dear ones, priceless. Yes, absolutely. So, whenever I'm teaching children, their first animation, their first thing where a character is just moving along the screen and everything, that look on their face is just like priceless. So I think, senior citizens, when they are able to connect and like talk to, so my mom is 8,000 miles away, and if I'm able to connect, that is of course a miracle of technology, right? So absolutely. So this is good. Okay, so I just want to address one thing that I had taken a screenshot of before anything else. So Shalini ji, anything else? I just paused you for a second there. But do you have anything else? Or I just wanted to talk about Ashnur Velji sir. I think he said not sure if this fits into your pivoting with power, but how do I get unstuck, especially when life and people have affected me so negatively? Especially when people don't understand you or your uniqueness. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about. Let's talk about that. So here is a few things about I have this. Okay, hold on. I have something that I want to show you, and then yes, okay. So this is what it is called. Yeah, and I had a child that I was coaching who was obsessively actually washing his hands 90 times a day because he was worried that he was going to get COVID and die. So there are some things. So once it gets to that point of clinical or anything, we'll have to go and get some therapy and some treatment done. It's just a chemical imbalance in the brain that we have to address. There's nothing to worry about or anything. So we'll talk extensively about how technology is preventing us from releasing natural hormones. Again, we talked about it in the past as well. Sleep disorders are happening. A lot of mental health issues are happening. So let's be vigilant about that, and especially when it is with our children. Okay, so I have something that I want to show you. Shalini, I'll put you in the I'll just share the screen.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
why
you can put me backstage.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to share screen. I think you're okay to stay here. Okay, I'm going to do this. So here is okay. So I have this video that I want. Excuse me, that poem that I like to show. It is so for this person who said this. Okay, this is what I'm addressing right now. Not sure if this fits in with your pivoting with power, but how do I get unstuck, especially when life and people have affected me so negatively and everything? Okay, so this is what I want to address. I just want to read this poem out to you guys, especially the first 4 lines only. I'm not interested in reading the whole thing, but I highly request you guys to read this poem whenever you get a chance to. And I have also analyzed it, and I'll put the link there if anybody wants to see. So here is the 4 lines, right? So Ankush, sorry, who is, what is his name? Ashnur Velji. Okay, so this is what is the thing, right? Nuns fret not at their convent's narrow room, and hermits are contented with their cells. Students with their pensive citadels, maids at wheel, and the weaver at the loom. So what does this mean? Nuns, if they're praying in their convent room, they're not really worried about the size of their convent room. Okay, they choose to be inside that convent room because that is their mission, to pray to God and to help those who are in need. Okay, hermits, if there is a sage, if there is a rishi, if there is a muni who is going on these padayatras and who is doing all these things, we might think that they're crazy. They're sitting in a cave and meditating all day. What kind of a life is that, right? But that is our mindset looking from the outside. But wo Swamiji jo hai, he's doing this on his own because he wants to do that. And students, they have a giant university. There are, these beautiful campuses that they can be roaming around. But they are the ones who choose to sit inside small library rooms and work towards their dream, right? So maids at their wheel, and so all these things, right? Just want to talk about this. I'll post the link there for anybody who wants to see this. The idea is, so the idea with that poem is, you are the prisoner of your own mind. Because the reason I say that is, from the outside looking, people are saying that they're like, "Arey, what are you doing? You're just for the heck of it unique. You're just thinking that you're unique. You're not going to amount to anything. You don't know what to do or anything like that, right?" But it is their opinion of you. How will that opinion of them change your reality? That's what you have to question yourself. Will somebody's opinion of me change my reality? How can it change my reality? Somebody says, Arey, what is that thing in the background? Why did she put all those things? My reality is, I am going to have that shelf because I like it that way, and that is what I intend to do. Your opinion cannot change how I feel about my cupboard here. So that's just a basic example, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Don't be a prisoner of your own mind. Let's get out of that mindset that we are going to be getting carried away by other people's narrative of who we are. Because that is, how do we have the perfect mind at all times? Maybe it is not, somebody was asking, how can I have a positive attitude at all times? It is not easy to have a positive attitude and a perfect mind at all times, because somebody or the other keeps spoiling our mind. Yes, but just one thing, you might not remember anything I'm saying right now, but I just want you to remember one thing. You are going to give away your personal power to anybody who says that they are going to change how you feel just because of their opinion. Okay, so don't give away your personal power and keep your, okay, so let me bring back that comment for today's thing so that people know what I'm talking about. So keep up that positive attitude that, hey, I can do whatever I want within a reasonable framework, in spite of what other people's opinion is. So sorry, I want you to come and talk to me about it sometime. Right now I'll be done in a few minutes, but you're welcome to come here and let's expand that and talk about it. But here are my 3 takeaways, guys. We have so much work to be done, is left, okay, for us to do. How can we do the great reset right here, right now? Okay, first thing, what is holding me back? So he was saying that, hey, this gentleman was saying, Ashnur Velji was saying that somebody else's opinion is bothering me. So just for you, right? First thing, what is holding me back? Write it down. Okay. Next thing, we have so much to lift other people up. Right now, here in this room, we are not even addressing those people in the fringes of society who need us the most. We're just talking about, oh, I have this problem. I'm thinking that we have so much work to do. We cannot just sit here and dwell in like, oh, poor me, look at me, and all those things. No, we have so much work to do. We need to build computational thinkers for our future. We need to do so much. We need justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. We need so many things, right? So first is, what is holding me back? Second, am I playing to my strengths? Am I playing to my strengths? Do I know what my strengths are? That is what I want you to bring clarity for yourself. And this is the greatest time. Even Shalini ji was saying, without technology, so many things would not have been possible, right? This is the time of the great invent. This is when you can reinvent yourself right now. There's no better time than right now. So I want you to charge ahead, become unstoppable, and let's go. I'm going to check for the final comments, and thank you guys for sticking with me. I really appreciate. Okay, so my daughter has it, and the doctors are confusing. I'll slow down and figure this right approach. Yes. So here is the thing, right, Hamsadwani ji? So this is what happens, right? I have hypothyroidism. It's a condition where your thyroid is not working at your optimum level. So you won't believe it. 8 months, just a simple blood test would have told the doctor what was happening with me, with my hormonal imbalance and all that. They took so many months to figure it out. They sent me an endocrinologist, internist, this, that, falana, tikana, everybody, right? And then finally they're like, oh, this is what you have. And I'm like, okay, 20 pounds later, you tell me this news that something is wrong with me. So people will run their own agenda on you. Hamsadwani ji, I want you to just listen to yourself, just address her intake. Like just watch out. We'll talk about in a parenting session what all we can do to nurture. So there are two aspects, Hamsadwani ji. Detoxing and nurturing. What are the things that are not working out for you and your child that you have to remove, and what do you have to add? Those are the things I want you to write a list on, and let's talk more about it. Okay. Okay. So copy and delete the comment, please. Oh, Chunu Kumar ji put a number here. Oh man. Okay, I have to. Chunu Kumar ji, what are you doing? Oops. Hold on. Okay, I am going to. How can I delete? I'm going to request Varunji to do that. Okay, so thank you for the tip that he has put his number. Okay, put a cap so that it's not easy to pull her hair. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, see, do some things to mitigate. What she's doing already. So there are three things, right, Hamsadwani ji? That's what you have to do, right? Address things in the past, work on current situations, and work on what is future. What is there in the future? Okay, so let's talk more about it. Thank you for bringing up this awesome topic, because I need us to have difficult conversations here, guys. This is not here like a dance show where everybody is like la 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 having a good time. We need to have difficult conversations, and I appreciate Hamsadwani ji to thank you so much, Team SSR. I hope you copied it. I appreciate it. So please, Chunu Kumar ji ka number, we need to save it, but thank you for removing it, Team SSR, one of our awesome warriors here. Okay, so okay, so let's say basically with the involuntary habit. Yes, you have to cut that involuntary habit of what is happening. So this Tachak or somebody is giving a good idea here. Okay, you were not able to. That's okay. I can do that. So what happens is you have to give some alternative behavior. What is that alternative behavior for the hair pulling thing? Let's talk about that. So I'm going to specifically address that in a specific segment as much as I can. Okay, without getting too clinical or anything. I think KS is here. She's a doctor, and maybe she'll have some insight on that. And KS, you're welcome to unmute yourself and speak. Thank you for coming back. I hope you're doing well.
Hi, Rachana. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
so sorry. I was in a meeting and it was like 6.5 or so on Zoom, and I was like, "Oh, I'm missing you." So anyway, I just caught
Thank
up in the last minute, and I wanted to know what was going on. So
Okay.
excellent. I think what are the things you have learned from COVID?
Yes,
I think that's
yes.
the question
This is I
for
put
the
it out
day.
for here. Yes, yes. What are the three
Yeah,
lessons
yeah,
that
yeah.
COVID has? Yeah,
Yeah, I think number one, before I go to that, I think I have a little suggestion for you because you're
yeah.
doing such an excellent work. I think maybe when you start off the chat, put your question on the top so that people can go and look at it, and also your link as well right there so people
Ah,
can connect quickly.
very good
Hope you
idea.
don't
Very good
mind me
idea.
telling you that.
No, no, no. Please, please. Thank you. This is
And
awesome.
and I don't know how you got out of my occupation, but anyway,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
the
told
three
me that in
things
the
that
first
not
session. Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
yeah,
Anyway, right. So the three lessons I have learned from
yeah.
COVID, I would say is life is like extremely short. Nobody knows what's coming next.
100%. Yeah,
Two, yeah, be kind to yourself.
yeah.
Be kind to your people around you. I think especially animals. Don't kill animals. Stay away from eating animals if you can. I think that's one takeaway message for
Yeah,
me. And
yeah,
I think empowering yourself is something. I think that's how I connected with you because I'm always looking forward to improve myself and develop
yeah,
myself. So I think I'm greedy about it. So I
yeah.
think there is
It
always
can become an
uh,
obsession.
yes. So there's always room for improvement in all of us. So I think a great session. And the last time I don't know what you asked me to do, but I think it was all about not discounting your past. And I was
Yes,
like, okay, I'm not discounting it. I'm going to embrace it and move
yes.
forward with it. And I'm
Fantastic.
somebody who's like,
Yeah,
yes, thank you for that empowering thought for myself, actually.
yeah, yeah,
That, because I never discounted, honestly, but it is all
yeah.
about the baggage. I think the
Acknowledge.
trauma,
Yeah,
and I observe or watch Sadhguru, but not continuously, but sometimes. And this is a part of process of self improvement again. And I think I learned some from him, or rather, he says that we suffer from our memory and our imagination. So your memory is your depression, etc., and imagination is your anxiety, which I'm suffering from.
yeah.
So yeah, excellent. So
It
yeah,
is a
thank
very
you so
famous
much.
quote. Thank you. Thank you. It is a very famous quote that they say that you suffer once and you suffer twice in your memory. So it's all in the
Yeah,
mind. It's all the mind game. This is all mindset management, right? In spite of everything,
exactly.
how can we do the great reset? The agenda is the great reset. I am going to reset today. How am I going to do that? That's the game that we have to play. Okay.
Sure, and I think today they were talking about justice for SSR as well. So I hope we do get justice for him and for everybody else in this world. I think we should all be looking for justice and be fighting for justice at all levels. So I hope
100%.
that.
Whatever is in our capacity, yes, ma'am. You are absolutely right. And Chinnu Kumarji, in spite of his daily grind, in spite of whatever is happening, he is doing his best to. I apologize, guys. The lawnmower is here, so sorry about that. But in spite of whatever he's going through, he is doing his best to raise his voice and stay relevant to the moment. And it's much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you, Case, for
Thank
always
you.
coming and giving an update about what's happening because here is a thought exercise for you, right? So
Yeah,
if you're not discounting your past, if you are making changes in your life to the great reset of KS 2.0, here is a thought exercise for you. Here is something that you can work on. what
sure.
is what is that is stopping me from making my vision? So you're in the stop gap between taking up that next opportunity to become the president of that hospital or something like that. I think that's what you said.
Gosh, okay. All
so,
right, okay.
so that's what you
Maybe
said,
maybe
right?
I'm going to go. Maybe I'm going to go the non-clinical way. Who knows? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Hey, Americans have 4 careers in their lifetime. I used to be a Subway sandwich maker. Then
Maybe I'll become that.
I became a big data scientist, and then I became a coach. I became a teacher. So who knows? Constantly reinventing ourselves
Sure,
is the key, right?
sure.
So who knows? With all these
I just
spiritual
had one
lessons,
career all my life. I think maybe it's time to switch. Who knows?
come
But
on,
but
man.
I'm not going to give up so quickly though, because I've come far a long
Exactly,
way.
exactly. This is all
So
you earned it. You put it in your bag, and you are carrying it with you.
right.
It's not baggage. It's just your bag that you're awesomely proud of.
Yeah. You just don't want to give away all the skill set you've learned. I mean, it's quite disappointing if I have to walk away from this career, but we'll see, what future holds, nobody knows. But anyway, I'll have an open mind. And thank you.
Yeah.
So the exercise for me the next time is going to be,
Yes.
what is stopping me from getting to
Vision. So
sorry,
what
what
is
was the
stopping
question?
you from your vision? So you want to maybe potentially even be open-minded to walk away from your career right now, right? That you
Yeah.
have nurtured and grown into a big gigantic baby. At some point, that gigantic baby stops giving you the happiness and the fulfillment and the contentment. So you have to abandon that child and do something else. Who knows? Maybe that is what you're going to do. Or maybe you will also nurture that dream of becoming that president of that hospital. Whatever it is, I want you to ask yourself this thought exercise: what is stopping me from making my vision into my mission? So why am I not starting on it already? Like, what is stopping me? Those are the questions that you have to ask yourself, to put down those. Sometimes it is fear. Sometimes, as you said, how can I abandon all of this that I have created so much for myself? I'll tell you something, KS. If COVID has taught me anything, just one takeaway, if I have to say, it is
Sure.
so at the same exact time, I know that my potential is infinite. And at the same time, I can be easily, just like that, disposable. So you might be seeing death on a regular basis in your hospital, right? I might have this huge potential and everything, but who knows? Tomorrow, I might not even exist. So that is the
See,
beauty.
that is a reality of life, unfortunately, and I see life so closely with
Exactly.
death.
Life
So
and death.
so
Exactly.
yeah.
So yeah, never be afraid of the great pivot, and just I am reading the comments and they're hilarious. Okay, so yes, so just nurture your dream and ask yourself, what is this is for anybody, right? What is stopping you? What is that you have a vision, but what is stopping you from making that into your mission? Every day, hustle, 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 and let's go. So that's
Yeah,
all from
sure.
me.
Great question. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
the great exercise. If I
Thank
may
you.
just say this, I think I'm at a crossroads
Yeah.
where I am like, should I leap forward? Should I retreat? Should I go back to my basics of a simple life, living with
Yeah.
family or rather parents and everybody around me? So
Yeah.
there are lots of questions, and I'm at that crossroads right now. So I'm going to go through that grind as well and take a decision.
Objectively,
End of the day, I think we have to do whatever makes us happy, and happiness doesn't come with degrees, doesn't come with achievements such as those. I mean, it's not bad to have those achievements. If
yeah.
I didn't have those expectations and goals, I wouldn't be here where I am.
So,
But
case,
you come to a point,
how
yeah.
about how about this? You take a stopgap. So now you're taking a stopgap of 6 months. You take a stopgap of 6 years. See your parents grow old. See your village thrive. See, people running around. If I just go to Vijayawada and I see children, कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए. They don't care about anything, right? One tire,
True.
okay?
Yeah,
They
and they're
want
so
one
happy.
for 10 hours they can play. I'm like, "Ye, matlab," I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, look at my pods. They are in this nice fancy little dabba. I have to make sure it doesn't get scratched anywhere. Look at my fancy water bottle. Oh, I have to
Yeah.
always wash, make sure I get to the bottom of this to keep it clean and it doesn't grow
I
into
know.
mold.
We kind of
Obsessing about unnecessary things.
exactly. We have made our lives more complicated, I think.
Yes, exactly. So
Happiness
as
is not
Shalini
that
ji was saying,
complicated, honestly. Yeah.
absolutely. And Shalini ji was saying, go back to the roots. I am challenging you, if that is what you want, if that is, you think, of course, chasing happiness, that's another topic. Don't chase anything that can be fleeting. So I don't advise anybody to chase happiness. but
True.
but let's chase inner peace, if there is anything like that, because
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah.
what will your parents value right now? Your presence. Who cares? This 6 months can become a 6 year stopgap. Who cares? You'll come back and they're probably going to be like, oh my gosh, you're wiser, you're better, you are a newer version of what we want you to be exactly. So now take this president of the hospital kind of a job. Who knows what
See,
will happen?
the problem,
Yes.
Rachna, I think I'm sure we all relate to this. Our parents never put a hold on us back,
Uh,
like don't do that or anything. I mean,
uh,
they encouraged you most of
yeah.
the time. I mean, there are people who say
Yeah.
do this and that because from their experience. So I'm not sure how they would feel about it. This is my anxiety of everything.
I think
But
they'll hate me if
I'm
they're
thankful
seeing
to
this. They're going to hate me if they're seeing this. But how
they
did
don't watch
they?
this. No.
Okay, No, I'm just kidding. I just obviously want
Yeah.
more viewers here. Come on. I'm just kidding. Okay, so
Yeah.
the thing is, if this great reset is happening within you, okay, you are the one who is deciding what is going to work out for you in your benefit. You don't have to tell them, hey, I came back leaving everything for you. That is not even your
Not at all. Not at all.
right.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
that is not even your motive. Your motive is to find that anchor of peace that you are looking for and plant it firmly in your life. That is your goal. You're just going
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
you're
Yes.
just
Yes.
going
I
to
do
look
have my
around
plans.
for options.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
this is good.
I think this is what COVID has brought into our lives. I think to have a little think about what is more important in life and to
Yeah.
prioritize or rather reset your life, I think is the right
Radical
thing to say.
simplicity. Yeah, radical simplicity, the extreme prioritization. I prioritize like a maniac sometimes because like cut. Let's get to the basics, right? Like everything else around us is noise. So so one of the thoughts that in your thought exercise is, what will my parents think about my decision to leave it all and create a stopgap for myself, is one of your questions.
They'll be
But
unhappy. They'll be unhappy to truly like, okay, you come this far.
that is their problem.
My
That
dad
is
would
their
be
problem,
unhappy.
right?
That is true.
But that is their problem, right? How is it your problem that they are unhappy? You if I'll tell you something, but if you tell them that you are unhappy staying wherever you are, they are going to be miserable. So let me tell you,
Sure.
yeah, so just follow your gut feeling, because see, as we were talking about it, you have to go back to your roots, and once you look inward and put a mirror to what is happening inside you, realize that your intuition, that is the most highly sophisticated power, more than your computing power that our machines have. It is fraction of a second. If somebody sends me an invite, I know within a fraction of a second, even before I open that email, whether I want to go or not. But what do?
Right.
We open that email. Okay, just telling you an example. We open that email. Yeah, what is he thinking? Sending a party invitation during COVID? This is so irresponsible. But I wonder who is coming. Let me see. She is coming? I thought she just had COVID.
Oh my God.
You have
No
to
way.
go. Yeah.
No.
Yes,
No. I'm just saying, no way going to the party.
Yes. But in the end, what will we do? We have this intense FOMO. I don't want to like miss out on something that is happening. It might be everybody will gather together and have an exciting time. What about me? Like all this, right? In the end, we ruminate and overthink so much. Instead of just bol do na yaar usko, I cannot come. Ho gaya na? No. We want to keep churning. It's just
sure. Can I just pick your brains on one aspect of my personality?
Yes.
For me, generally, my happiness comes from happiness of all the people around me. Personally, I don't think, I don't know, but for me, my happiness is in the happiness of everybody around me. Everybody is happy, then I'm happy. And I'm actually trying to realize actually that's not the right attitude, but that's how I was brought. That's how I was always living. So I think I'm trying to come out of that mindset as well, because I think it's because somebody actually told me that I'm actually limiting my experience of life because of this mindset I've got.
So this I'm coaching a lady on achievement addiction, and this is what we are talking about, right? The different kinds of people that exist. So achievement addiction mein kya hai na ki what we do is, one of the qualities that we attribute to ourselves is a people pleaser, just like what you said, that I want to. Yeah, so I want to be. What do we want as human beings? We have one of the needs that we have is liked by strangers and loved ones alike. We just want to be liked for whoever we are. That's what our, that's how we create our impact. That's what makes us feel good about ourselves. There's so many things, right? But we forget that, as you said, we are people pleasing. So what are we doing? We are not aligned with our authentic self. But why is the conflict being created here, KS? Why is the conflict being created in how you feel about how things are unraveling around you? There is a misalignment here between what you want to truly do and what you think society expects you to do. All your peers and all your people who were working for you, or whoever your subordinates are, or even your manager right now, and everybody think that it is better for you if you take up that promotion and become that president of the hospital, right? but what are you saying that you inherently are feeling from within yourself is completely different than what. So let's talk about that as well. So I have a few items that I want to address in the future things. Basically, achievement addiction, may people pleasing. Some of us are perfectionists. This marker has to be here, otherwise it's not going to look. So then what am I saying to other people? That if things are not like this, my personal worth somehow is diminished. Right?
I'm not that much, but I do feel like if there is clutter, I feel like disorganized, and I feel like I'm less functional. So yeah, I can relate to that.
And less valuable. Less valuable. So that's we are attributing. So some moms, I'm sure some of the moms might organize some. I'm reading the comments here. Sorry. So some moms might agree here. They might say that they want to be soloists. What is soloists? Soloists are people who think that they can do everything. But here is how I operate, right? If I'm cooking, my boys have to be there helping me with cooking. Otherwise, there is no khana. Because I am not like, right? I did not yahan pe theka nahi leke rakhe hain yaar. Matlab, I'm going to feed the whole world, the whole family and everything. So my boys come help me. If there is no helping, whatever is there in the freezer, take it and eat it. That is the best I can.
That's very good discipline from childhood, I guess. Yeah.
They hate me. They're like, wow, mom, matlab, you don't even like do the most basic, right? But again, here is our biological and our social conditioning, right? Who told them that this is how a mom is supposed to? The modern life pivot, right? Like modern life, tere ko sab kuch chahiye, and also you want a mom from the 19th century. Aise kaise ho sakta hai, right?
True, very true, very true, very true.
I mean, hey, of course, these are all the things that I tell myself to feel better about the decisions I'm making. But seriously speaking,
they are the right things. I think they are exactly the right things to think, and also to encourage the little ones to understand that aspect, because I can see my sister suffer with her children now because they think it is
expectation
their right
management.
because they were born to her. Yeah. Expectations. Yeah.
And we'll talk about misalignment and achievement addiction and all those. So soloists, some of us are soloists. We have to do everything ourselves. Otherwise, we are not worthy enough, like everything. And we just have these unreasonable standards for ourselves. What is all this? This is biological brainwashing. This is social brainwashing. That is why we are calling this the Great Reset, right? I am going to reset. I'm going to pivot, and I'm going to stand in my personal power. That's what I'm doing.
Sure.
Okay. Sure. So thank you for playing along, and just
thank you actually for your extra time. I think you were overstayed today, but
I just have to make dosas and eat with my gongura pachadi. So okay.
Wow. Okay. Right. So please do put your link on the top of this chat, and also the question of the day, and maybe the question for future as well, for people like me to quickly go.
Fantastic, ma'am. I'm going to do that. Top of the chat. Yeah, that's a great idea, and I'm going to pin it or do something like that. I'm going to research on that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a nice day, and thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, so I have a few more, and then guys, sorry, we are going to be done in just a second. Okay, chase your inner voice, which is spiritual, absolutely 100%. And Swati ji has some, I think case ke liye, she said, take a break, take a vacation. She's completely, that can be a sign of burnout also. We have to identify for ourselves what is the sign of burnout. Why are we feeling that misalignment? Okay, very nice. So let's see. Session on fear would be welcoming. Okay, so fear has been put into the system, but how does it manifest itself in our life? I'm going to talk about that. Beautiful. Okay, so I have so many ideas. I'm super pumped up. We have to face retaliation too. No people pleasing. We have to face anger too. 100%. Because we only in anger we get out of our comfort zone. Beautiful. Thank you, Vinita ji. That's awesome. So let's see. I think this is good. No helping, no khana. There you go. That's that can be my phrase of the day. No helping, no khana. Okay, so I think this is a good point where we can just say goodbye and thank you for playing along, all the 43 people. I really appreciated your footage here and your eyeballs here. until session on parenting, 100% parenting ke bare mein to I have to do 1001 sessions. I have so much to talk about. So, okay, session on parenting. So let's do, let me try to see if we can do something like on parenting or something most immediately. And then we can go about like misalignment, achievement addiction. Like how can we, sometimes I have a client I'm talking to, and she's like not able to stop, where she has to stop and go attend to other things in her life, right? Like, so what are the 6 things in our life that we have to be watching out for at all times, so that we don't give away too much? So somebody, Amarji was saying earlier, I gave so much for SSR movement. I'm like so focused on this. Sometimes my family gets irritated, like, hey, they don't necessarily understand what you're going. So how can we strike that balance? Of course, ma'am, book of the week. Okay, so let's see, book of the week. Book of the week. How about whether you are a homemaker, whether you are a single person, whether you are Devdutt Patnaik. Hold on 1 second. He is one of my heroes. Devdutt Patnaik has done management ke bare mein book. Okay, beautiful. Let's do this. This is the one I'm going to copy and paste in there. Okay, stream. So this one is a book I highly, highly recommend anybody, whether you are a homemaker or a single person or a manager or a CEO, anybody. Oh my gosh, I just read this book over and over again just for its own, like its illustrations. It's amazing. So please check this out. It's amazing. Yeah, so Swati ji asked, what is the book of the day? And I just said this one right here. So this one is a very awesome book, like Devdutt ji, like he's amazing. So what can we say? So yeah, so just, okay, reread it. That's awesome. Okay, fantastic. That's awesome. You have read it already. Okay, guys, thank you for playing along. Adios. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.